But as soon as I start talking, I'm gonna.
Just have a big thing of water next to you.
Okay, here we are for our weekly Marion County Board of Commissioners. Yeah, Commissioner Bethel, thank you for being here. I know you've been under the weather a little bit. I'll let you stay over there.
I am not contagious. I did go to the doctor.
It is Wednesday, April 3rd, 2024, 2 days after the most important day of my life.
Happy birthday!
Yeah, thank you.
April Fool's Day?
Huh?
April
Fool's Day. But I was born on Easter and April Fool's Day, so I'm a saint and a whatever. Okay, so as always, we're here in the Senator Hearing Room at Court Street, and it is 9 o'clock, and we will start with the Pledge of Allegiance if you'll join us.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, okay. It's a special day. We have State of the County a little bit later. So why don't we just do it right here?
Okay.
And then we can just
I'm ready.
play a recording.
Then you can go home.
That's right.
Yeah. We have nobody signed up for public comment. Just want to make sure there's several people here. If anybody wants to make public comment, would love to have you have an opportunity. If not, we will start in with our proclamation. We have this proclamation to proclaim designating the week of April 1st through the 7th, 2024 as National Public Health Week in Marion County. So who is going to give us that presentation?
You're like so quiet. I didn't even hear you move.
Welcome.
Good morning. Good morning. Make sure you pull the microphone to yourself.
Good morning. My name is Tammy Sorrell. I'm with Marion County Health and Human Services.
My name is Leah Sheldon. I'm with Marion County Health and Human Services.
Patty Vega, Marion County Health and Human Services.
And Wendy Zeker, Marion County Health and Human Services.
All right.
Well, good morning, and thank you for your time. My name is Tammy Sorrell, and I work for Marion County Public Health. In April, we celebrate National Public Health Week to honor the members of our Public Health Division who work collaboratively with our community to promote and protect the health of the public and to achieve health equity through prevention, education, and advocacy. Public health promotes and protects the health of people and their communities. It is an evidence-backed field that strives to give everyone a safe place to live, learn, work, and play. When we think of public health, we think of professionals such as community health workers, epidemiologists, health educators, nurses, nutrition specialists, occupational health and safety professionals, physician health officers, restaurant inspectors, and so many more. This year's National Public Health Week theme is Protecting, Connecting, and Thriving. We are all public health. We believe that Marion County becomes healthier, safer, and stronger when our residents actively support and stay connected to one another. By fostering connections and building relationships, we can protect our well-being and enhance the quality of our lives. This week, we'll be taking to social media to share our daily theme for National Public Health Week, which includes community engagement, emergency preparedness, the future of public health, healthy neighborhoods, and mitigating the spread of disease. Marion County is made up of a variety of communities and neighborhoods and people who make our county a wonderful place to be. Our Health Promotion and Prevention Services team aims to engage and empower individuals and communities to choose healthy behaviors, to work together, and shape our environment to prevent chronic disease and promote health and wellness for all residents. This team consists of programs that include alcohol and drug prevention, mental health promotion and suicide prevention, problem gambling prevention, resilience to environmental hazards, and tobacco prevention and education. Last fiscal year, the promotion and prevention team attended 224 community events and school presentations and reached approximately 180,000 people through various methods, including radio, TV ads, and billboards. Our public health emergency preparedness team works to ensure we are prepared to prevent, respond to, and recover from emergencies, incidents, and situations that may put the health of our community at risk. We rely heavily on our community push partners, which are businesses and community-based organizations willing to partner with us during large-scale public health emergencies. We are continually working to improve our capacity to respond to public health emergencies so we can provide a pathway to resilience and keep residents safe and healthy. Our public health modernization is a framework for the delivery of public health services in Oregon. This framework outlines the skills, abilities, and services present in every public health department. The goal of public health modernization is to strengthen our health system by focusing on foundational programs and capabilities. These include communicable disease protection, environmental health, equitable access to health services, and health promotion and injury prevention. And modernization is not something we just simply achieve. It is an ongoing effort to continuously improve our health system. Our environmental health team inspects and enforces health and safety regulations for food services, summer camps, and so much more. Some of the services provided by environmental health include a drinking water program, food handler training and testing, food licensing and inspections, licensing and inspections of recreational parks, public pool licensing and inspections, rabies investigations, and restaurant reports. Marion County issues over 2,000 licenses annually, and enforcing these guidelines keeps our community healthy and allows residents to know they're safe. The goal of our HIV early intervention and outreach program is to end new HIV transmissions in Marion County. We make sure that all community members who are HIV positive have access to health care. An integral part of our program is our health van. Launched in 2018, the van allows our team to visit communities to provide HIV and syphilis testing. The health van offers free education and testing events throughout Marion County to reach as many people as possible. In 2023, the van hosted 75 events. Education, outreach, and testing are vital to mitigating the spread of disease in our community. So every day, our public health team works together to protect Marion County residents from disease, to promote healthy choices, to encourage education and awareness, and to respond to emergencies. Marion County is a wonderful place to live, work, and play, and we are honored to serve this community. Thank you.
That's great. Those are the words that I was going to end with today.
Were you?
Oh,
She
yeah.
just wrote your speech for you.
She did.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Live, work, and play.
Do you want to come deliver it too?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Questions? You got some more people that want to talk? Really? You're here.
She captured everything that this committee, these are all members of the committee that worked so hard on this week for staff, collected information, made videos, social media, brought awareness, passed out little bags, which we brought you one in front of you.
Do you want to talk about the things you're doing this week? Are there particular activities that are occurring, or is it a all month long?
Well, it's always celebration and fun at Public Health for so many days. The activities will be our social media campaign, but we've spent months preparing. We've had the committee meet. We had teams get together to talk about their work. They gave us the information about their work for the PowerPoint. I'm just watching you open your bag.
I don't know, I'm trying to figure out. I don't have my glasses
And
on.
he's
Sorry.
putting on the
Here, I'll
glasses,
just dump
so-
it out.
There you go.
Kevin made me laugh.
I got white ones.
You look cool.
I was
Oh,
looking for my.
I need those.
I was looking. No, I was looking for the Marion County logo on it somewhere. That's why I was like,
This, we purchased these, the supervisors purchased it, so we just went. That looks
I
pretty
just
good,
ordered a
Danielle.
new pair, of course, mine has to be a prescription, but I just ordered a new pair of
Already
sunglasses.
on
But
my
I think I
list.
could just use these instead of $300.
they look very snazzy there, Commissioner.
Put them over the top of my glasses.
There you go.
All right, what else,
Oh my
what
God.
other goodies we have?
Such an old man.
You know what you know what I have that I really love is it was the mental health little, in fact, it was this thing that says,
Mine
you're,
broke.
you're
by the
better
way.
with,
Life is better with you.
yeah, I love that.
One year we got signs, and each of us had them stored in our office somewhere. I had mine in the windows facing Court Street, and a couple weeks ago I cleaned my
matter?
office,
Yeah.
and they just like crumbled. Apparently the sun gets to that plastic at some point, and it's
Sen-
destroyed. So it's all. I feel really bad for custodial.
Sending
'cause it was, like, all
sunshine your way. You know, I was coming up the elevator this morning, and the elevator opened at 1, and in our entranceway there, it had, the sun is shining, and I said, take down that sign. Sun's coming.
You know, they have like a sun monitor out there, so they tell you how many days until the sun comes back.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
So I've met everybody except for you. Would you introduce yourself?
I'm Leah Sheldon. I started working for Marion County last November. Yeah, and I have a background with doing event planning and management. And when my supervisor was like, "Hey, you want to be a part of this?" I was like, "Yeah, sure. That sounds
there
fun."
you go. You got a professional on the team now.
What is this strawberry?
Those are apparently very popular in the younger generation. We found them really fun because you can sort
I'm
of
not young,
mold
so I
them
don't
and
know.
pull
Noted.
them and.
Yes, you are.
Okay.
I'm young.
I mean, in comparison to some, I am young.
I have a chicken.
A chicken. No, I
Sure,
think
son, an Easter bunny?
I don't know.
Thank you.
awesome.
Yeah. Good, so let's, I'm not sure who wants to make the motion today to approve this proclamation, but I would allow one of you to, or entertain one of you to make the motion.
I'll do it.
Okay?
Excuse me. Where is it? I move to approve a proclamation designating the week of April 1st through the 7th, 2024 is National Public Health Week in Marion County.
I'll second the motion.
A motion and a second. Any further discussion?
Are you guys gonna be doing the standing on the street with the signs again? Like telling people they're so amazing and,
For Mental Health Week.
okay. It's a huge hit. People talk about it. I think you should do it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Bye.
Aye. Okay, and Commissioner, you can start off reading the proclamation.
In the matter of proclaiming the week of April 1st through the 7th, 2024 as National Public Health Week in Marion County. This matter came before the Marion County Board of Commissioners at its regularly scheduled public meeting on April 3rd, 2024. Whereas communities around the nation observe the first full week of April as National Public Health Week, and whereas the theme of National Public Health Week in 2024 is protecting, connecting, and thriving. We are all public health, and
Whereas Marion County is committed to work toward creating a healthier community to assure that all have the opportunity to live fulfilling and meaningful lives. And whereas the early childhood nursing and WIC programs support families through education on pregnancy, parenting, nutrition, safety, and child development. And whereas the communicable disease program and the public health clinic safeguard against the spread of disease in the community and provide testing, immunizations, and education. And
whereas emergency preparation ensures residents are prepared to prevent, respond, and recover from emergencies or incidents. And whereas environmental health program enforces health and safety regulations and keeps our drinking water safe. And whereas the prevention team engages and empowers communities to choose healthy behaviors, prevent chronic disease, and promote health and wellness. And whereas Marion County Health and Human Services continues to promote the health and well-being of county residents, now therefore it is hereby proclaimed that the week of April 1st through the 7th, 2024 is National Public Health Week in Marion County, dated at Salem, Oregon, this third day of April 2024. Great. And we will come on down for a photo if we can and present you the proclamation. What? Here, babe? Is that what it says? Oh.
Thank you. It's been long going saw it. I have a little petri dish at home now. So every time she comes around me, I just sit. I know, I'm like, I swear. I'll believe you. Thank you. Okay.
Here you go. And we need to redo these. Commissioner just caught it. I didn't read it wrong, but.
It says it's
here.
Herbie.
Here be.
Herbie.
Instead of hereby.
All right, ready? Smile.
Can we try the proclamations?
Oh, sure.
Two, one. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't know who else is taking this.
I'll redo them.
Brenda, you got one.
Brenda will redo them and
You'll have them redone and we'll sign them and you can, when you get the new ones, you can fill out.
It's Herbie proclaimed.
Well, I'm glad you got that.
I was just impressed. I was like, good job, Commissioner. I would have just been reading it.
Well, it's because I don't know how to read. I was just memorizing.
It's Herbie proclaimed.
Hereby complained.
Oh, thank you.
Hereby complained.
There you go.
Yeah, okay. That was good. Stay healthy. All right. Commissioner, you want to move the consent calendar for us
I
today?
will. Mr. Chair, I move the consent agenda under Board of Commissioners. We'll see application, recommend approval of Farm 76 Vineyards LLC, DBA Farm 76 Vineyards in Salem, Oregon. Under Health and Human Services, approve amendment number 1 to the grant agreement with Pelton Project Incorporated to extend the term date to October 1st, 2024, and reduce grant funding in the amount of $152,544.93 for the development and operation of a residential treatment home with a new contract total of $749,956.07. Under Information Technology, approve amendment number 1 to the purchase order with SHI International Corporation to add $249,236 for a new purchase order total of $1,095,521.40 for Enterprise Immune System Network Traffic Analyst Software through September 30th, 2026.
I second the motion.
Yeah, motion and second on the consent calendar. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, that's done. We do have a guest here with us today that,
She like freezes in her.
you know, I'm going to ask for unanimous consent to return to public comment.
No objection
And
here.
ask Skylar to come up under public comment and introduce herself.
We have a new employee in the board's office.
Yeah.
We're all very excited.
Welcome,
that you're here.
Skylar. Can you just introduce yourself for the record and tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do?
Yes, my name is Skylar Songland. I am the Policy and Engagement Intern for the Board of Commissioners Office. I am a junior at Western Oregon University. I'm studying public policy and administration with a minor in sustainability and a certification in public and nonprofit management. And I'm hoping to do something like this, hopefully in the future. I think I'd like to run for public office someday, but we'll see where I end up. I am just excited for the opportunity to get some exposure to a bunch of different things, and I'm really enjoying my time here.
Okay, you just passed the interview. There's a few people in the audience that would probably want to hire you. Yeah.
I have to say, Mr. Chair, I was in the interview with Skylar, and it was very impressive how passionate she was about local government and how much she actually knew about what we do as commissioners. And that was part of the reason why we unanimously said, oh, she's the right person, because we had no doubt that she would be excited about this work, and it sure seems to be the case.
Yeah, there's hope. When I first got into public office, I remember my first day, somebody said I needed to go to caucus. I didn't know what caucus was. I was like, What's a caucus? So, welcome.
Thank you.
I'll just cough if I talk.
Yeah. Yeah, we're glad to have you in
Thank
the
you.
office. Yeah. And I asked her the other day what she was working on, and I was going, oh, wow, she's working on some really important stuff already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Skylar is on, what do you call it? They have like a student fee at Western Oregon. And there's a committee that basically.
Yeah, the IFC committee. So all public universities have to charge students an incidental fee that pays for a bunch of services on campus, but I'm on the committee that decides how those fees get allocated to those services and if we grant their enhancement requests, because they always ask for more money.
Of course they do.
She's like basically a commissioner already.
Well, that's good, because I remember when one of my daughters was at OSU, and they allowed the students to vote on some fee that was going to be raised to do the intramural facilities or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Well, which student was paying for that? Right? It's
Yeah.
like, I told my daughter, I go, oh, okay, then you can pay for that. You voted for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad you're on that. Good.
She is working on important work. She's going to be working with me on some really interesting studies over the next few months.
Yeah, I'm excited. I read the old homeless study, so I'm all caught up.
Good. Well, that work is going to be around homelessness and money mapping Marion County's system of care, and we're going to figure out where the money is, where it's coming from, and where it's going, and why is it not working? Because there's
Yeah.
hundreds of millions of dollars being poured into this local space, and when you walk outside, it looks like there's no money being poured into it. So Skylar and I are going to take that on. Look at her, she's so excited. She's my favorite. I'm so thrilled you hired her.
She's already done what she's done. Garbage,
Yep.
juvenile, homelessness. You're getting the whole milieu.
Yeah, residential treatment center.
Residential treatment
Yeah.
center, there you go. Yeah.
You haven't spent a day in legal counsel yet, have you?
I have not.
She's trying her best to
Don't.
avoid that.
That's only if she's bad.
Or if we're gonna sue
I
somebody.
do like Jane though, so and, you know,
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Thanks for calling her up, Commissioner.
Well, and you might, since you're really into sustainability, you might want to come. You could be intern for SWAMAC on, there's a certain night a month I have to go to that. Maybe you could go for me.
I'll represent your
The
best
Solid
interests.
Waste Management Advisory Council, by the way.
Solid Waste Management Advisory Council, yeah. And there is some really important stuff coming up with, in fact, I was going to talk about that today in my speech with the Sustainability Recycle Act of, 2025, I think it's going to be implemented, 25, 26 coming right up with the statewide standards, et cetera. It'll be really interesting to see how that all, and they're making rules for it right now,
Yeah,
yeah, so, well, welcome.
thank you.
Good to have you.
Yeah, thanks for being here.
Okay, so we'll go into our first action item. It is under Board of Commissioners. We have some guests here with us today. Consider approval and order appointing Alton Hoover as Vice Chair for the Marion County Parks Commission with a term ending April 3rd, 2026. And I don't see Kevin, but I do see Brian.
Yep, Kevin is not able to be here today, so I'm standing in for him.
Good.
Brian Nicholas, Marion County Public Works Director. I have Alton Hoover here with me, along with a draft order and a request for the board to consider appointing Alton as the Marion County Parks Commission Vice Chair. Alton is an existing member of that commission. The Vice Chair role opened up, and his peers nominated him to serve in that role, and he's expressed willingness to serve in that role. So I will turn it over to him, let Alton introduce himself and say a few words, and then we're happy to answer any questions you have.
Good morning, everyone. I don't have a problem speaking up because I actually, in my retirement gig, I do voiceover work.
Nice.
But my wife and I moved.
Could you just introduce yourself for the record?
Sure.
Alton? Thank you.
For the record, my name is Alton Hoover, and I'm a present commissioner with the Marion County Parks Commission.
Great.
My wife and I moved up here in 2017, and we love Marion County. We love the parks. We have 2 standard poodles, so we take them to the parks that allow dogs, and it's a great time. I also am passionate about the outdoors and have enjoyed to date serving on the Parks Commission, and saw that there was an opening where I could step up and provide more leadership In my past, when we lived in California, I was vice chair of the Napa Civil Service Commission, so I have some experience in working in government organizations. But my dad always said when I was growing up, if you don't like things, get involved and change.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Well, does that mean you don't like things here?
No, we love things. Just he always said, stop complaining, do something about it.
Yeah.
Good.
Are you at all worried about having to spend more time with Hirsch? That's the only question I have.
Well, he makes me have to bicycle to the meetings. Besides that, it's fine.
So you're getting some exercise.
I'm wearing my bicycle tie today that I got in
like it.
Spain, yeah. You actually noticed it coming down the elevator.
I did. I'm
I
expecting.
gave you and
You
Sam
did,
one.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm expecting big things today because
Yeah.
you're wearing your bicycle tie. I always know when you wear your bicycle tie, big things are going to happen.
Good, yeah. All
One
right.
other thing I will just background, I'm actually a cancer survivor, something called papillary renal cell carcinoma, which I'm sure none of you have ever heard of.
Doesn't sound good.
2% survival rate. But they caught it very early, and I'm 2 years cancer-free, and I have to give a nod to Salem Hospital because I believe they saved my life.
Big
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah. Well, thank you for your service, and it's really easy to retire and just fold away, but we really appreciate people stepping up and giving back. And,
Thank you.
Thank you very much, yeah. We got a lot of work to do with the parks.
Oh, yeah,
We know, yeah, you know all about it, and that's on my list today.
Okay. Is this your motion?
It is, if that's okay. I move to approve an order appointing Alton Hoover as vice chair for the Marion County Parks Commission with a term ending April 3rd, 2026.
I second the motion.
Motion and second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.
very much for the
Congratulations.
opportunity.
Yeah.
Nice to see you, Hirsch.
Our next item,
Nope. Sorry. I know.
our next item is to consider approval of a construction contract with Mid-Valley Excavation LLC in the amount of $190,260.25 for the installation of advisory curve signs on various county roads through September 30th, 2025. Morning, Carl.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Well, you almost got my message. I said, don't wear your green
wear
today,
green.
but you
You said
still
you
have.
only had one
it has
pair of
diff-
good clothes.
It has different green on today.
I know. Like, what's with the feedback?
It's because you guys are all kind of speaking at the same time, she said.
That's not a thing.
Okay, go ahead, Carl.
Okay, so this is for the first in a series of a multi-year plan to bring curve signing up to current standards in Marion County. This is to, we're bringing forward for approval a contract with Mid-Valley Excavation for a total of $190,260.25. This will bring 11 roads in Marion County up to current standards for curve warning signs. The benefits of curve warning signs is there is a 25% reduction in nighttime crashes and a 16% reduction in non-intersection fatal and serious injury crashes. So this is, Marion County averages about 13 fatal crashes on our roads a year. So this is a good step towards reducing fatal and serious injury crashes on our roads.
Did you introduce yourself for the record?
Oh, excuse me. For the record, Carl Lund, Marion County Traffic Engineer.
It's because he interrupted about your shirt, so
I
it's
can't-
their
Definitely
fault.
not Carl's fault.
It's totally my fault. My bad. All right. Any questions for Carl?
I have no questions, but I'm a fan of these signs. So thanks for getting them.
I remember
Thank
when
you.
my wife got hit by that box truck last year, or 2 years ago. That's a pretty scary thing. So anything we can do to help is a big deal.
Well, ODOT needs some on Highway 22 on that curve coming eastbound where people go over the side right right past one of our parks. They need to put them up.
We have had some crashes into our park at that curve, yes.
Where?
At Minto Park, yeah.
Yeah, that would be going eastbound, right? And then
Correct.
they go into Minto, but going westbound, I'm thinking there's a property down there just before that rock that In fact, there was, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, a car was down there. It's crazy. Okay, but we're here to approve your contract, not talk about ODOT. Take a motion.
Okay, Mr. Chair, I move that we approve the construction contract with Mid-Valley Excavation LLC in the amount of $190,260.25 for the installation of advisory curve signs on various county roads through September 30th, 2025.
I second the motion.
Yeah, motion and a second. Any further discussion?
I just, for the record, the list that's in here on page 24, 25, and 26, that's where you're putting the signs?
Correct.
Okay. Just in case the public is curious where these signs are going to go up, they are listed in the packet, which is on the website. Great.
All right. Anything else? If not, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right. Thanks, Carl.
Thank you.
We'll get you some orange.
Okay.
I was trying to figure out, is this a Beaver thing or just like a Public Works thing? And he's like mad at the green.
Well, no, they had
were a lot of green.
They had orange on for Work Safety Week.
Yeah.
But Carl had his. He lost a bet, so he's wearing an Oregon
Oh,
duck
wow.
thing. And I said, I'll see you Wednesday, but don't wear that. So,
see.
anyways.
And he said he
Missed
only
it.
had one good pair of nice clothes. So
Yeah.
what are you gonna do?
Sorry, Brian.
Okay.
We harass your employees.
We're still, yeah, I'm sure he gets harassed more than we harass him. All right, so we're still under Public Works. The next item is to consider approval of construction manager, general contractor, CMGC contract with Sladen Contractors, Inc. in the amount of $181,248 to provide pre-construction services for the Brooks Hopmere Water and Wastewater Improvements Project through December 31st, 2026. Chris, welcome.
Thank you, Commissioner. Shall I begin? It's Chris Imo with Marion County Public Works. Here to present the contract with Sladen Constructors. So the board met back in August and approved alternative procurement for the Brooks Hopmere project. And after that, we carried out a competitive selection process that included both written proposals and interviews with the finalists. Out of that selection, the criteria was to deliver the project and manage the construction aspects in the most cost-effective and timely manner to meet with the ARPA funding deadlines, which is December 31st, 2024 for the full obligation of the funds and December 31st, 2026 for the full expenditure of the funds. Sladen Constructors was selected for their ability to do this, and a contract was negotiated in the amount of $181,248 to provide the initial pre-construction services. So under this contract, they would be a part of the overall design team during pre-construction, where they would consult on matters of constructability, of value engineering, and providing us with real-time cost estimating data, as well as giving us a detailed estimate at each milestone. And they would also be weighing in on design alternatives, assisting the engineer with coming up with every option that can best fit the needs of the project. And throughout this pre-construction phase, it is anticipated that there would be one or more early work amendments for that firm to do work in support of the project. At this time, we only anticipate one major early work amendment, which is for the early delivery of equipment. This would allow us to adapt to the changing market conditions in the industry. In the case of a water plant, there are certain items that are in very high demand right now. Variable frequency drives and submersible pumps, which can take a year or longer simply to deliver. So that would allow us to have that equipment delivered so that then we can make sure it's installed and commissioned within the deadlines of our funding source as set by ARPA. At the end of this pre-construction phase, prior to the December deadline, we would be amending this contract with a guaranteed maximum price amendment, and that will be the amendment which directs Sladen to actually construct and deliver the design improvements to the project. And that will coincide with about the preliminary engineering design stage of the project. The contract we've negotiated and designed is made to be nimble enough and flexible to where we can adapt to design changes as the design is still progressing. And this allows us to still meet that obligation deadline while taking into account all of the design alternatives that we'll come up with between now and around about October when that needs to be finalized so that this board can execute the amendment in December. So with that, I'll pause if there are any questions on the contract.
I don't have any questions.
Okay. I think, so just to clarify this, we don't have the water rights up there yet, do we?
No.
I'm looking at Brian, yeah, okay. But this is getting us towards that when we do.
We still got to build the infrastructure.
Yeah, right, okay. Okay, I'll take a motion.
Okay, so I'll make the motion, but before I do, for the record, I need to disclose that my son works for Sladen Construction, and while I had no active participation in the selection of this contract, there is potentially a conflict of interest. I don't receive any revenue from his work there at Sladen Construction, but it's the right thing to do to put it out there. And I love that we're choosing a local company, so at some point it's inevitable that we may have a conflict. So with that, I move to approve the construction manager general contractor contract with Sladen Constructors, Inc. in the amount of $181,248 to provide pre-construction services for the Brooks Hotmere Water and Wastewater Improvements Project through December 31st, 2026.
I second the motion.
We have a motion and a second. For the record noted, potential conflict by Commissioner Bethel. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, good.
Thanks, Chris, for getting us here. Brian.
Right. Thank you, Commissioners.
Okay. Under the Sheriff's Office, we have consider approval of amendment number 1 to the contract for services with Keefe Commissary Network LLC to add $355,535 for a new contract holder of $1,066,605 to provide commissary services and trust fund management to adults in custody through June 30th, 2026. Lieutenant.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I would ask how everybody is, but
I mean, other than I sound terrible, I'm doing great. No marathons for me today, but soon.
Lieutenant McDaniel from the Sheriff's Office. As you said, you pretty much laid it out for me there. We're asking to extend our Keefe Commissary contract out to 2 years. Their June of this year ends their 4-year contract, which their current contract allows for 1 2-year extension. And that's what we're asking for now, is a 2-year extension. At the end of that, we will have to go to RFP. They will be done with them. The commissary contract, they provide inmate account trust services, so they keep all their money with them and give it back to them when they leave. They also supply all kinds of commissary, mostly snacks, but they also provide the essentials we have to provide the inmates, which are razors, toothpaste, cups, spoons, and that kind of stuff. The revenue that's projected for this, the added revenue that's projected for this contract will go to the 290 fund. The 290 fund is used to give back to adults in custody. We provide exercise equipment in rec yards, Pathfinders program, anything that benefits adults in custody.
All right. Just a question, Lieutenant. When you said the trust, so if I go in, I'm incarcerated in the jail, is this the money that I had in my wallet, or is this the money that I earned while I was there working in the kitchen, or what?
Or money that the family puts on it. They're in there for a long time.
Yes, it is the money that the family puts on their account to use the phone, buy commissary services, and also the money they had on them when they came in.
Okay.
So anybody who's lodged with us gets a receipt. We count all the money, put it in the trust account, and they get a receipt for it. So when they leave, they get that back to them.
Okay. So it's not their outside accounts except for,
No.
right?
No.
Okay.
No, like, so if you go in, when you go into the jail, there's this box, a little computer box, like if you're gonna go visit somebody, and it has it's a computer, and you can put a debit card in, and you can put money on their account, and then they can access it from inside the jail too. There's a whole list of things that they can buy. It's like Biden inflation numbers, though, my gosh, $2 for 2 Pop-Tarts. It's insane, but, you
Yeah.
know,
Well, and that's, I believe they give us 23%
Yeah.
is the revenue that comes into the county, but that's saved aside in the 290 fund and has to be used to benefit adults in custody.
yeah,
So,
cool.
Okay. Take a motion.
My turn. All right, Mr. Chair, I move that we approve amendment number 1 to the contract for services with Keefe Commissary Network LLC to add $355,535 for a new contract total of $1,066,605 to provide commissary services and trust fund management to adults in custody through June 30th, 2026.
I second the motion.
And a motion and a second. Any further discussion?
I'm just curious who the support team is. I know Beth. Are you guys just here to make sure he gets the contract right?
Oh, good, that's important.
they're the brains behind the operation.
Okay. Good job, Sheriff.
All right. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Okay. Thank you, Lieutenant.
Nice to see you.
Thank
Seen you a lot
too.
lately.
Out of the jail.
Yeah.
Did you switch spots?
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought so.
Every year.
Do
Well,
you?
I was stuck down there for a couple years. Then I decided I wanted to sit by Jan. Had nothing to do with Jane. She took that personally. I'm not sure why.
All right.
Well, you know, I'm not chair for life, so I won't be sitting in the middle for long. Okay, thank you. Appreciate it. That concludes our business for the day. Any other things besides announcing, reminding people that we are at State of the County at the Convention Center today at 11:30 to 1?
I think it's 12 to 1:30.
Well,
12 to 1:30.
well, the program's from 12 to 1:30, but the lunch opens at 11:30.
Oh.
If you want to chat, if you want to socialize
The
beforehand.
buffet opens at 11:30, I think, is what the plan was.
Okay. Well.
That's what I heard. Yeah. Nothing? All right.
We're going to say everything we have to say this afternoon.
Okay, we are adjourned. And I cannot get my computer to take my new password.